What an episode of Mob Psycho 100. That was probably one of the greatest anime episodes you will probably ever see. It was well directed, it was well animated, it was well voice acted. It had everything that you could want from an anime episode. It was movie-like quality animation, storyboarding, story writing, cinematography. It had everything that felt like it was a movie. A fully fledged, full-priced, fully funded anime movie. That's what this episode felt like. So we begin this episode with Mob in kind of like this dream state where he was placed in by the evil spirit Monogamy, I think that's what it is. And it was basically Mob reliving or living a reality where he didn't have his powers. And without those powers, he wasn't able to create the bonds and the friends that he has right now. He wasn't able to join the Body Improvement Club. He never met Reagan. His brother, Mitsuru, never looked up to him, never idolized him, never looked after him. He never met Dimple. He didn't meet anyone because of his powers. And it kind of shows you how Mob is an outcast here. Constantly bullied, ridiculed by his whole class because he's weird and he just sits in the corner and just doesn't talk. And I kind of get where Mob is in this situation because I've kind of been through it as well, where I felt isolated, been bullied a lot. You don't really want to speak because you might say the wrong thing. You don't want to get anyone's bad side. You just want to make friends. I've been there. And this is the current situation Mob is trying to going through right now with the Managi is putting, I can't really remember his name, so I'm just going to refer to him as evil spirit, which the evil spirit has placed him under in this reality where he never had his powers never came to him, and he never had those friendships or relationships or those bonds that he had formed throughout his journey when he had those powers. And you kind of see Mob's whole entire world be bleak, and he just gets absolutely destroyed all the time. And the evil spirit just kept on pestering like, why don't you ever stick up for yourself? You have all this power in the world, in your reality, but you never use it for yourself. You're always using it for other people. You should be using this power for yourself, just like I did in the end, when I went and killed people just to survive and help my mother. When she became an evil spirit and haunted me, she blamed me for her death, because I never looked after myself before. So why don't you look after yourself? Release your power. Hurt these people. Do something. He tries to get Mob to turn to a sort of like a dark side where his powers are useful just to him and him alone, where he can just hurt people if he feels like it. But Mob being Mob is just too caring for that. And when push comes to shove, Mob almost goes into that side where the bullies are ridiculing him, and the girl who he's trying to rescue is the bully that's bullying him, and he scares her. He scares the living death out of her when he just spreads those bullies apart and just pushes them all away. She ends up begging for her life, and Mob does not give a fuck in this moment. He just wants to hurt her. He wants to hurt everyone because everyone's treated him poorly. And they continue to treat him poorly even when he's getting bashed over the head by a book. Then Dimple shows up after he broke through this barrier wall that the evil spirit had put up, thanks to outside assistance. He got into that world reality and just talked Mob out of it and allowed him to remember who he is and where he is right now, and who he has that's in his corner backing him up. And Mob snaps out of this completely and realizes why he's here in the first place, where he is, what he's got to do, and who's backing him. And he remembers everything. And then we have some of the greatest animated Sakuga you will ever see. It was gorgeous. It was fucking fantastic animation that we had here. Absolutely amazing. It was Sakuga to the walls. Kind of like what Black Clover did with their episode when they had Sakuga through that whole entire episode. But this was done a lot better. And Bones at outdid themselves here. Bones are a fantastic animation studio. Fantastic. And the amount of work and care that they put into this was fucking phenomenal. Mob manages to beat this evil spirit and vanquish him in that reality, but not in the real world. And when Mob defeats the spirit, he says that thanks to you defeating me, all the evil spirits that I had consumed or had absorbed in my time as a human being are now loosed, that have broken through my vessel, which you have destroyed now. And they will destroy you, they will destroy this girl, because you thought you were doing something good. You thought you were doing something right. You're doing something for other people, not for yourself. You should be looking after yourself with all this power you have. People should be bowing down to you, not the other way. But Mob's just too kind for that, and he vanquishes all the spirits. Just absolutely amazing. And Mob looked really good, like real good at 100%, where his emotions have fully risen and awakened, and we get to see his full power just go all out. But his vessel breaks in this reality, and it's a dark, disturbing image that is hiding under Mob's abilities. He has a dark side to these abilities that if he loses control, he may not be able to control it. I think that's what that scene was kind of suggesting. If he loses control, nothing will stop him. If he goes or exceeds that 100% limit, which he did in this episode, we don't know what will happen. So Mob ends up winning in the end of the day and saves the girl, and because she was also in that reality, she remembers everything that she did to Mob. And she is just sorry for everything. She's apologetic. She apologizes for everything. But Mob, being Mob, just says, look, it's okay. I forgive you. I'm here to help people. I'm here to help make people better. That's why I think I'm here now. To help people be better and make them be a better person. Better for life. And she just smiles and just realizes that she's been given this second chance by Mob to live a different life that she has lived before. Where she was originally a bully as well, and she bullied other people. But now the Mob has given her a second chance at life after vanquishing that evil spirit and has seen the error of her ways. Mob has forgiven her and told her, I want to make you a better person so you can have a better life. And if you're a better person, better things will happen to you. That's why I'm here, to make people better. I want to help people. I don't want to use my powers just for myself. I want to use my powers to help people. And he's finally realized what he wants to do in life. And that is a powerful moment in Mob's journey to where he wants to be. He's finally realized that he's here to have his powers help people. And we see the effect where the girl, I can't remember her name really, to be honest. She's with her father in hospital after he got impaled by her while she was possessed by the evil spirit. And they find the fan club that has Mob's face on it. That's not run by Mob, but it's run by a fan club that is trying to find him, because they say our dear leader is still missing. And at the end of the episode, they get a let's just say a hefty donation by the looks of it from that family for saving the day, because the father realizes there was no kid there. I never invited him. He probably was just tagging along. If I knew he was a powerful psychic, I probably would have just invited him. But at the end of the day, you realize Mob now knows what he needs to do in life. He knows what he wants to achieve. He knows his goals. He has his emotions in check. And he's finally learning where he needs to be and where he is in life right now. And he realizes that thanks to all the friends that he has in his life is also better for himself. So this was a fantastic episode. If you have not seen any of Mob Psycho 100, I suggest you watch Season 1 and catch up on Season 2, because this episode was amazing. Movie quality. And it was one of the best anime episodes of the year and probably of the decade. That's how good this episode was. It had hit you in the emotions and showed you the emotional struggle that Mob was going through without his powers, in a life where he didn't have his powers. And it made you kind of feel like if Mob never had these powers, he wouldn't be the happy-go-lucky kid that he would be right now. Because you can't tell that, but he definitely is a lot happier because he has these powers. And he's made these friendships and these bonds because of these powers. And he's thankful for that. And now he can use these powers to help people be better. And that's his goal in life, just to help people and make them better. Well guys, hope you enjoyed this video. But until next time, I'm Aussie Otaku, and I'll catch you later.